Okay. Welcome to the first episode ever of my podcast that I don't even know. I don't even have a name for it yet. I've always wanted to start a podcast. I've actually been talking about starting a podcast for like 3 years now, I feel like. And I feel like I've just been waiting on others to start. But apparently, I have to be the star of the show, and I would love to have guest stars. But, you know, early bird gets the worm, and decision paralysis ain't no joke. I also can't wait any longer to have all everything I think I need to make it perfect. I have everything I need. Look, I have these little microphones my sister bought, probably off TikTok shop. I have a tripod, and my mom got this ring light off TikTok shop. So I'm actually farther ahead than I even realized. I have everything I need. My goal for a podcast is to be able to brain dump, maybe just discuss. I have a lot on my mind always, and I spend a lot of time on my own. Honestly, like, it's by choice. I have friends. I like hanging out with my friends and my family a lot, but I do love spending time by my lonesome in solitude. And my YouTube journey has been going fine. I do like editing videos sometimes, but my goal for this is just to speak, deliver, no editing. I think that's what a podcast is. I don't even know what the definition of a podcast is. So I think it's whatever I want it to be. Recently, I've really tried to been locking on myself a little harder. So I think I just need to start up everything that I want to start up because I am I'm big into personal development, and I am already aware that you have to act as if. So I'm going to act as if I'm already established podcaster, YouTuber, everything. You know who I am. We're just gonna act as if we know each other already. So I know it's gonna get me where I need to go. Thank you. I have been trying out new things on different social medias, and we're figuring out how to get into that algorithm, baby. I think I already have. So my goal for this podcast is to just do it. So I don't know if there's anything specific people usually want to talk about, or I don't know. My favorite podcasters that I watch that inspire me to start a podcast have always been, let's see, Joe Rogan. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Jenna Marbles and Julian, their podcast was hilarious, and I still watch it now. There's a lot of that I haven't seen ever before, so you know, Jenna fans, I'm so glad to have content that I haven't seen before to keep me satisfied. She has enough videos to keep us satisfied. I also really fuck with the out of character podcast. Excuse me. I think those dudes are kind of smart. They're silly as hell, but I think there's a level of genius that you need to have to be a comedian the way that they are. They're dumb, but they're geniuses, and that inspires me to just be myself on the internet, if that makes any sense. I do think they're really funny and silly, and I enjoy watching their podcast. But I know they have a lot of knowledge. You could tell. I think humor is what gets us through everything. Humor and positivity and joy. So the comedians out there, funny people of the internet out there, they're the ones healing others, whether we're realizing that or not. Who else do I watch? My head's already hurting from talking so much. God damn. Is this what you guys go through, or do I have to practice talking? Why does it feel weird? My head kind of hurts. That's weird. I've been feeling really beautiful lately, though. So I really like looking at myself. So, Amaya, you're beautiful. You're beautiful. I know, girl. Stop. Thank you. Stop. Oh my goodness. My sister did my makeup a couple times. She did it on the channel, if you've seen. And she kind of taught me. Like, just letting her do it kind of taught me. And I don't use makeup to cover anything up. Not that it's, even if you do, who cares? But what I've been learning is how to use makeup to enhance the beauty that you already have. Um, so it's been really fun. And I've been just feeling myself lately, feeling like, honestly, when I put my makeup on, I feel like a celebrity because I don't know, like being in glam just makes me feel like I'm glam. I'm a celebrity. I'm Kim K Glam. But I was going to open this way earlier. I have my Dr. Pepper here. Not sponsored yet by Dr. Pepper. Even though I should be. Got this from a vending machine for $1. Um, which is honestly a ripoff, but in this economy, I've stopped asking questions. I've stopped asking questions because nothing making sense to crazy people will in turn just make you feel more crazy yourself. So I've learned that lesson throughout my 21 years of life, and you know, we'll see where it takes us. I try not to make sense to crazy people that much because it's kind of a waste of energy sometimes. It's kind of a waste of energy because they will do anything in their power to make you feel like you are the crazy one and you are the one who needs to be told the truth and stuff. So when you're talking to somebody who believes the opposite of what you believe, like how are you both wrong if that's what they believe? How can you prove them they're wrong? The same way, how can they prove you that you're wrong? If that makes any sense. So I did write down a couple topics to stick to just in case because I know that I can go on and on and on and on, but sometimes I just like, you know, like stuff distracts me and I forget. What are you doing? What are you doing? This is my dog Ludo if you haven't met him yet. Ludo, come here. He's kind of a diva. Look at that belly. But I love him so much. He's who I do it for. He's who I do it for. And I want to give him the life he deserves. Rich mommy spoil her sons. I have 2 sons. My other son is in the bathroom right now recovering from a traumatic dog attack. He was bit by our foster dog. He is the strongest cat, hands down. He's so my angel boy. He's such he. Excuse me. He is my angel boy. He is my baby, my sweet Cuddy. He did not deserve that, but he took it like a champ. You should see the other guy. He's not here anymore, so you know he kind of won that one. Cuddy always on top. That was a lesson. That was a lesson. I could talk about that a lot, but let's save it for. Let's put a pin in that, and let's move on. So things that I wrote down, like I'm gonna keep it broad. You know, maybe like if people end up fucking with this ever, I could have. Please tell me that didn't ruin anything on my mic. I don't really know how these work. I'm not familiar with these ones yet. That's okay. So, like I was saying, I did write down a few topics to keep it, you know, something to talk about. But maybe eventually, if people do mess with this, I could. I love interacting with people in my community, in my comment section. But until then, this is what I have written down that I could talk about for hours. Stranger Things, music, my mission, and what I watch on YouTube. We'll keep it that short and simple. First off, let's talk about Stranger Things, just because it's the first thing I wrote down. I, just to set the scene for you about TV shows, I am not a big TV show watcher. I see why people are. I see the, um, what's the word? I see the appeal of a lot of shows that people push for. Like if there's a huge fandom behind a show, it's probably good. Like Stranger Things, I will be a part of that fandom proudly. Like I think it's a great show. I think that cast is amazing. So I totally understand why like there's shows with lots of like, you know, what's the word? What's the word? I don't know. I need to expand my vocabulary for this apparently. But there's lots of shows that I just haven't gotten around to watch. I'm a movie person, definitely movie and YouTube. I usually go for longer form content at this point, if that's how you would categorize a movie. I love movies though. I love going to the movies. I love watching movies. I love putting people on. I love me a good movie. But when you have a good show, I don't even know. I'm not that big of a show watcher. I've watched maybe 2 shows this year. I watched Kevin Can Fuck Himself and Stranger Things. I'm pretty sure that's all I've really watched this year. Hey, that's gross. Not on the podcast. No, and not on my bed. He's never really allowed on my bed unless I'm like filming right here. So that's why he's laying on his SpongeBob blanket, because I think he's a big stinky smelly guy, and he has an entire couch to sleep on at night. So don't even think that I'm not spoiling him. He has a couch as his bed. He has 2 couches he could sleep on. That one right there, and there's another one around the corner that he can spread out on and be stinky on. Sorry. He's an outside. He's not an outside dog, but he goes outside and is gross every day. I don't give him a bath every damn day. But I don't even have to explain myself. I'm talking about Stranger Things. Yeah. Anyway, back to what I was saying. So I've watched 2 shows this year. Kevin Can Fuck Himself was good, but Stranger Things, I knew that the first time I watched the entire series was 2022, like before season 4 came out and I was caught up. It's been out since 2016, I believe, though. I remember I was in like 7th. I think I was in 6th grade when it came out, but I was in 7th grade the first time I tried to watch it, and I just could not get into it. I literally remember telling people up until the most recent time I watched it this month that I think that it's boring up until the end of season 3. But I do retract my statement, because I rewatched it, and the first season had me on the edge of my seat this time. Like, actually, maybe it's just like a maturing thing, or like I'm more. I don't know. I don't know. I grew up more. I have more. I don't know. I'm older. I'm not 17 watching this show. I'm 21, so maybe that's the difference. And I love all the characters. There's like, that's a good ass show. They wrote it so good. You care about everybody. They get along so well. The chemistry is amazing. I know that's why people love the show. Like, it's got all the actors have great chemistry. They seem like really cute, great people. I try not to get too into like the press shit, but it is fun to watch them talk about, how they feel about shooting those scenes and of a show that is so kind of make believe and sci-fi, where I wonder how um how much work it takes to get in that headspace. I'm not an actor, so I kind of just like am very inspired and amused by what they are able to accomplish with that show and make us believe and put us in that world. Like, I was feeling paranoid as hell watching the first season because of it. It's all like you just hear things and you don't. It's a lot more mysterious in the first season for sure. When I was watching it, like, oh man, don't make me stand outside in the dark for too long, Ludo, with you. No, because I don't know. Whoever took Will not gonna get us. Whoever took Barb not gonna get us, Ludo. We're going inside. Those characters are so brave. Those characters are so brave. Like, they all literally just like agree. Like, I don't know, maybe it's an 80s thing. That's how it was in the 80s, because they didn't have phones or they didn't second guess anything. They literally hear about a monster and they're like, okay, how do we kill it? Like, that's the let me slow down. In season 4, we have, yes, I'm spoiling, I don't care, it's been out for a decade. So in season 4, we have, Mike, 11, and Will and Jonathan are all in California, and in Indiana, the team Thank God Eleven's watching them the time that they decide that they have to go kill Vecna, the most powerful thing they have ever heard of. Imagine fighting God. I don't even know how to put that. Like, the person who has been controlling and tormenting your lives over the past year or so. Like, let's go kill it. All of them, they're children. I mean, I know it's not real, but like, realistically, me and my friends, when we were that age, we were not gonna be heroes. We were gonna be, I don't know, we wouldn't be the bullies though. But I don't think we would have been like strapped up, ready to be heroes. Max, I love you. I hope Max lives. I hope they don't kill. Like, I'm honestly just accepting that they'll kill anyone because it's a TV show. And don't get attached to anybody in a TV show. You know this. Don't get attached to nobody in a TV show. Don't get attached to Barb. Don't get attached to Eddie. Don't get attached to Billy. Don't get attached to anybody. Like I'm saying, like, who knows what they're gonna do with our characters, with our beloved Hawkins family, our beloved team. What do they call themselves? What do they call themselves? The group, the party. Their party. Their Dungeons and Dragons party. I think it's really cute how they base it on Dungeons and Dragons. I don't play that game. I never have. Makes me want to, Loki. Use our imagination. Um, that's why I love slushy noobs. Side note, back to podcasters I love to watch. Out of character, Martin and Hamza. I love them. I like being a slushy. Ooh, my goodness. I feel like so weird saying that being grown compared to I know their demographic in their art, not their, it's probably not their target audience. They don't even realize, but a lot of their audience is young children. And I think it's funny when I'm watching them in front of my parents, like, because I think they're comedians, but it's just like, when my mom sees it or my dad, they're like, is this Titan show? Is this Titan's YouTube or yours? Titan is my little 11-year-old brother. And he thinks it's funny too, but the fact that I am the one who puts it on, he like tries to hide his smile because he's too cool for it, I guess, to laugh at what I laugh at. But they're funny. Martin is a genius. Martin is a genius. I had a friend like Martin. It's just like, why would you say something like that? But that's also the funniest thing I've ever heard. And I like the way his mind works. I totally get it. I love the way his mind works. And he's just seems very secure enough in himself, which is inspiring to do the things that he does. I love it. I love watching their YouTube. I love the Dungeons and Dragons is what reminded me of that, because they did a video where they played Dungeons and Dragons. They just be being themselves. I love that. I love using your imagination. And Slushy Noobs is such a like an inner child healing. They do what they love. They do what you wish you could do as a kid, and they do it. That's, I think, a lot of the keys to being happy in life. Not to make Slushy Noobs too serious, but this is my perspective. I did the artist way. I plug people. I be putting people on that book. If you are not familiar, by the artist way. I bought it for like $5 used. Only one page was written on it. It's not the important ones at all. And it's like I bought it for $5, but it's like $15-$20 on Amazon new. It's a 12-week course to uncover, discover, and recover your inner artist. If that sounds intriguing to you, I think you should do it, because if some people don't go through any mental hurdles or any inner obstacles of believing that they can do whatever they want and they can put themselves out there and be seen. I'm not that person. I wasn't that person. I wasn't raised with that blueprint. I spent a lot of my life thinking I was unworthy and undeserving of being seen, putting myself out there to get the life that I want. I never even thought I was beautiful or pretty. So this is all honestly brand new to me, but I prefer this life rather than hating my life. So there's resources out there, and the Artist Way has been very transformative for me. 12-week course. It's like a book with a lot of tasks and journal prompts, and you're supposed to journal. It makes you journal every day. Anyway, a lot of it in my findings that I've been learning, uncovering my inner artist, is your inner artist is a child. It's you when you were a child, before you were given any negative belief, or doubts that you picked up from other people along the way, of anybody who ever made you feel bad for wanting to do those things. A lot of people get stuck in that, and they believe, the doubts. And what do they call them? They believe they're censor. She calls it a censor in the book, like the things that it blurts out. Like, let's say you are working on affirmations, and affirmations feel weird at first because it's so easy for people, in society, to affirm that money is hard, money is evil, money is bad, I'm ugly, I hate my life, life is unfair. The things that losers, sorry, I used to be a loser, and I was raised by losers. I was raised around losers, unfortunately, who have a loser mindset. If you're watching this and you heard that, I'm sorry that no one taught you to believe in yourself. But like I have been saying all along, is that the resources are out there for you to go and do the work to reprogram your mind to know and recognize that that is loser talk, that is loser behavior. I come from a smaller town. I live 20 minutes outside of St. Louis, which is a small, big city. Like, that's a big city, yes, but it's honestly very small. And if you know what St. Louis is, I'm pretty sure the first things that usually come to mind are hopefully the Arch, toasted ravioli, and emos and stuff like that. But a lot of it, people have like negative beliefs about St. Louis. And St. Louis is a trap. Where am I even going? I was talking about Stranger Things. But reverse. um, a lot of it, with the negative vibrations and the stuff they feed to the city, and it kind of like, the way I see it, a lot of it is like leaking out as people start to try and move away, farther and farther away from St. Louis. I I I find it really interesting, actually, and the place is gonna be okay. They're gonna be okay. Everybody's gonna be okay. There's a lot of talent there. There's a lot of geniuses there. They have some very good schools there, and a lot of very cool people that you will find. However, they don't put much money back into the city, and that is why I think it's a trap, because I think they're doing it on purpose to make, like, I watched a documentary about it, and I should do more research before I probably like try and articulate my opinion on St. Louis being a trap. But I have lived outside and in the city and worked there, in and out, all my life. I am not even 20 minutes outside of St. Louis. My family grew up in East St. Louis. And all I'm saying basically is the poverty mindset, scarcity mindset, limited mindset that is around where I live, that is very prevalent around where I live, um, is what holds a lot of people back in my environment, in my like immediate, like, when I leave the house. If I go talk to someone random, there's definitely cool people that I have met along the way, and I believe everything happens for a reason. So of course I'm aligned with people who want more for themselves than living in the Midwest. I am so grateful for my foundation, and everything always could be worse. Everything could be better though, which is, I'm so glad for my formula that I have. Like, I'm so glad, don't get me wrong, to be exactly where I'm at. Like, I believe that it is so perfect the way that I have been raised to set me up. My foundation has been beautiful where I come from. So I don't even hate this place. I want to move away and spread my wings and learn more about other places, and know that this isn't end all be all at all of the Midwest. I want to experience, like, better weather, and I want big name artists to tour and stop in my city. They usually don't. The closest that, if they're not gonna go to St. Louis, they'll go to Kansas City, which is like 5 hours away, or Chicago, which is 5-6 hours away. Maybe Tennessee, Memphis, 4 or 5 hours. Like, cool. We've seen it. We've seen it all. I've seen enough. I want to move out west first, low key. That's I my mission. I think is one of my talking points. My mission. I want to move, out west. I feel like there's more dreamers out west. I heard Tyler the Creator talking in a group of people, like of artists, young creatives, who just giving them advice. And I really enjoyed that video. And something that I took from it, a couple things that really helped me just keep going, is that he says, don't be scared to look crazy. Look crazy about your goals. Look crazy, which I think is fun. Look crazy about what you're gonna get. Like I was saying earlier, you act as if, and everything will have to catch up. Everything will have to catch up to you. So he was telling some girl, go out west. Go out west. There's gold out west. People know this. That's why people move to LA so fast. Hollywood. I'm not that interested in Hollywood. I think I love the arts so much so that I would love to dip my toe in the music industry. Excuse me. Confirmation burp. The music industry. I love movies. I would even star in a movie if I could. I want to do anything and everything I can. I want to sing. I want to dance. I was a competitive cheerleader, so I have that performance art thing in me. I did band for a little bit. I was in choir. I, I'm just a master of what's. I'm a triple threat. I'm a quadruple threat. But I have to keep trying to get myself out there. I'm only 21, so everybody's journey is different. Everybody's journey is unique, and I am learning to alchemize my situation the best that I can. It's all I can do is keep putting myself out there. I So let's go back to the looking crazy thing from Tyler the Creator. I quit my job a month ago. I used my savings account to do that because that job was holding me back from where I really want to be. And something that one of my mantras that I heard that I really enjoy is to say no to everything that isn't your dream life. Because I think everything that is close to it is a test. Like, will you settle? Will you settle? Will you settle? I don't want to settle. I am the happiest I've ever been without a job. No money, nothing. I don't have the food that I want to eat yet. I don't have the food my dog wants to eat yet. I can't afford to travel like I did when I had a job. But the work that I've been doing and how right it feels like is confirmation enough for me to keep going, keep looking crazy. I'm just going to keep posting. I know I'm in your algorithm, and I don't know if you've made it this far into the video. Maybe you have, maybe you haven't. Maybe you've watching this video 4 or 5 years from now just because now you're interested in my journey. But this is how it starts. Like, this is how it started. I am starting from the bottom, and that's okay. It's beautiful to be at rock bottom. We've been there before. It's been worse, actually. It's been quite worse. My mission, my journey I've came so far, so far over the past, even, I can break it down 5, 4, 3, 2, like a year ago. Like, my time flies. My life has changed so much. I've learned so much, and I will just keep alchemizing that. I want to help more people realize that you can do the same too, because I once was in the darkest hole. I remember laying on the floor, on the ground, 70 pounds overweight, laying there like, it's never going to be me. I just don't deserve love. I don't deserve to be happy. I don't deserve to feel good. Like, it's just how I used to believe. And the fact that I know different, my biggest thing I ever believe right now is that if I can do it, you can too. So that's why I ride so hard for myself. I mean, obviously, I'm on a journey myself. I want the life that I want, and I'm not going to stop. But if I can do it, I know for a fact you can too. I know for a fact, because what I've come from, like I was saying, my formula, where I've come from, I was not set up to believe that I deserve to be a millionaire. I come from So my grandpa is the first generation American. Like, in the mindset that comes from the people of a couple generations ago. So your parents, my parents are millennials, so their parents are boomers, right? It's really all we have right now. Um, but the mindset that those people were given, who were born or raised by their parents who survived the Great Depression. Um, yeah. So the people, all of my grandparents have like 13, 7, like a lot of siblings, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 siblings on both sides of their family. And then their parents come from even more. So all they know is scarcity, sharing. It's not enough. It's not going to be enough. But the foundation that they always had was family, happiness, learning to be grateful for what you have. The only difference with me, I guess, is I have the internet. I'm born in the age of the internet, and I'm so glad. I know it's scary for a lot, like with this AI shit. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. And I know it's scary when obviously the government wants to use things against us to, just distract us, numb us, scare us. But I saw something today too that was like the fact that you are even angry about the state of our government or the state of our society right now, like the state of the world right now. It's very scary this time we're in. They're doing that to us on purpose, I think, to scare us so they can remain in power, though, which is horrible. But I truly believe what's done in the dark will always come to light. I read a book over the summer, Napoleon Hill, Success Habits, I believe it was called. And he talks about how Mother Nature will never, 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 ever let things go out of balance for too long. And life is all about balance, baby. And the balance is in my account now. Okay. Anyway, yes, so there's a lot of imbalances in our world. There could be a lot of imbalances in your life, depending on what you believe in. You deserve justice. You deserve balance. You deserve peace. We all do. That's what we came here for. That's what we came here for. I'm going to get what I deserve or die trying. Amen. Um, so it's just really fun to come on here and just talk about my beliefs and everything and get it off my chest because I didn't even realize how much work I've been doing this year. And I have a lot of knowledge and experience in a lot of things, but I think that do you have to be qualified to share with? No, I don't think you do. I think you just need audacity. We follow a lot of people on Instagram who just have the audacity, who talk like they believe in what they say. So I think that's really just what I need to do to help people. I know for a fact what has helped me. So if it helps me and you're here, you might be like me a little bit. And maybe I could offer a perspective shift. How I take things, how things have worked for me. I don't know. I follow so many people who have lives that I want and I listen to their advice. We're going to see where it takes me. I'm so proud of myself. I'm so proud of myself. I love me. I love you, Maya. I love you, girl. Stop. I love you. Oh, stop, girl. Stop. Okay. I actually like this because I like to just ramble and talk and ramble and talk. We're talking about, I don't even know if I really made a point. Hopefully, I don't think that even matters in podcasts. I'm just going to talk. So things will balance out. I know it's scary out there, but things will balance out. You will be okay, always in ourselves. And back to what I was saying about me being glad I was born in this time with the age of the internet, I can like look outward more, reach out to more people. There's so many more resources. We have the world at our fingertips with the internet, that our parents and our grandparents didn't have. A lot of life is that people believe what they think. A lot of people in life believe everything that they think. And you don't have to. You don't have to believe the blueprint that you were given unless it was a great one that taught you to believe in yourself, question authority, chase your dreams, see what happens, try. Don't be like, if you're probably not here though if that was your blueprint. Like, you're probably not watching this video if that was your blueprint. So basically, you can rewire your mind. I think we know this, like it's science, that we can rewire our beliefs and what we think every day and what we believe in ourselves. Act as if, guys. Act as if. Catch those little doubts in your head that tell you you're not going to be. You're not going to be what you believe that you can be, or that you shouldn't even try. So is it worth goodness. Better out than in, I always say. So if it's so something that I saw yesterday too, like, first of all, with all these things that I see, one thing that I will drop this sauce for you right now, something that has really changed my programming over the years is the media that I consume. The way these algorithms are set up is actually so awesome if you let it work for you. Don't let it. It was a John Green crash course video that I saw earlier this year about okay, it was a really good video. It was like cigarettes are food or something. Food is cigarettes, food is social media is, you should watch that video. He explained it very well about how, let's say, how they genetically modify and like all the ingredients and stuff that they put in our food is to make you addicted to it, right? And let's say our algorithms are just a bag of Doritos, like our TikTok For You page is a bag of Doritos. And let's say, so you're scrolling on there, so you keep eating Doritos, right? Are you catching my analogy? You keep eating Doritos, and those Doritos, as you say, oh, I like that Dorito, or I don't like that Dorito, and the bag starts giving you Doritos that you like more, that are for you, to keep you addicted to eating those Doritos. So those videos that you like, they're going to keep showing you more like that to keep you addicted to scrolling on there. So you're addicted to their app. They make money. With that knowledge though, that they do that, we can shape our algorithms to help us. I have been unfollowing like brain rot pages. They're funny. Some of them are funny. I like to laugh. I like to scroll sometimes. Whoops. I like to scroll on Reels sometimes. I don't really scroll on TikTok as much as I used to back in like 2020. 2022 I deleted TikTok, and I've been off and on back in 2023, maybe like 2023 I re-downloaded it, and then it wasn't really until this year that I realized how many people are still on TikTok, even though, because like when TikTok got banned, I had just started coming back on there and like filming myself, making my videos, like, because it's such an easy app to use. I just knew how it was not benefiting me at the time in 2022, because of the content I was consuming, my belief system. So I was definitely consuming harmful content at the time. I was making me just affirming my beliefs in myself, that I am not who I want to be. Fast forward to now, though. I'm realizing how many people are on TikTok, so I need to post on TikTok. And seeing how many people post on TikTok, it makes me feel a lot better about myself, because there's so many people on TikTok, which I think I can use that to my advantage, so people can find themselves in my page and my content and me, if that makes any sense. I love Instagram, but then I deleted Instagram this year too. Now I'm back. Like, I'm posting on all my short form content platforms, but I've been trying to redo the algorithm on there. Like, there's people on there who are spilling the same sauce that the Bible has. Like, just rewording it in a different way, which I think is really helpful for people, is things to be like a perspective shift, basically. Like, the telephone game, how someone hears it versus how they say it could resonate with someone a lot better. So that's why maybe if you need help, I would love to give you a perspective shift in how things have helped me. Anyway, reprogramming your subconscious, the media you consume is a plays a big role in that. A huge role. Like, but you can my YouTube, like if I'm scrolling on Reels right now, all I get is people who are like, you can become a millionaire. You are a millionaire. You can become a millionaire. All you have to do is this. All you have to do is this. Don't be scared. So that motivates me to post content and post the same thing and just get my hands on that too. While I can. It's 2025. I might as well. Might as freaking well. I'm beautiful. I'm funny. I'm smart. Like that's all I need on here right now. That's all I need. And this is what I see myself doing because it's so easy, but it is enough work for me to feel fulfilled in my life. I also make friendship bracelets. I was going to do that right now, make a bracelet, but I'm actually having a lot of fun just talking, which is why I've always wanted to start a podcast, because I know I like to talk so much and I have a lot of information that I would love to spill and talk about. Anyway, I'm just going to show you this bracelet. Isn't it cute? I made these. I could have just showed you these. Yeah. So I've been doing that for a while. I'm just really excited about this journey. I'm already at 40 minutes. And didn't seem like that long. So my goal for I post on YouTube. I like editing some videos. It'd be really cool to have an editor though one day. I will probably hire one to make things easier for me. But the podcast, unedited, I think, uncut is what we're going for, just my stream of consciousness. It'd be cool to have someone on here to talk about things with. Me and my sister would go live sometimes, but our lives just aren't as intertwined as they used to be, which is totally fine. Like the people who we're talking about starting a podcast with, and I think that is why I have been isolated, so I can start my podcast myself, because this is probably something that I've wanted more. I've been the one to bring it up a lot more. I don't think they really brought it up to me, anybody who I've talked about it with. No hate at all, no shade, but don't be afraid to do things by yourself and don't be afraid to look dumb. Don't be afraid to fall down in front of other people and make mistakes. I posted a TikTok earlier. It was a get ready with me while I explained why you should follow me. Basically, I've seen a lot of those and they work. It was fun to do. I tried one yesterday, trial run. Wasn't how I should have done it. I did it today, and I'm actually really proud of myself for doing it because it turned out fine. There was a little mistake in the video, but I posted it anyway. I posted it before I even rewatched it to realize that I had recorded me saying the same thing twice. And a part of me was like, oh, it's so embarrassing. I should take it down. But I'm not perfect. I'm a Virgo, so it's really hard for me to stop with the perfectionism shit. But for me to get where I want to be, I think I need to move faster and just keep failing as fast as I can and realize, okay, maybe I should take a step back and rewatch the video before I post it if I care about the end product. That's that. I also follow quite a few people who I've looked up to. I've probably bought things from. I've probably paid for a service or just a product that they sell, or at least I follow, I engage with, that I peep them making mistakes in their videos too. Or I've paid for, programs that weren't that there were definitely mistakes in it. For off the top of my head, an example, I paid for a app of somebody who had a workout app, and she gave specific workouts to do this day, this day, this day for her challenge. If you're familiar with stuff like that, it was $20 a month. Not horrible, because she was offering a prize actually if you completed it. Whoever completed it the best. Anyway, her videos though were layered on top of each other, and I know it wasn't on purpose, but she had two videos playing at the same time, a voiceover and then the original video, and you couldn't really understand what she was saying, but I paid for that. So I just canceled it because whatever. It's not that big of a deal to me though, which just shows me that shit's not that big of a deal. People still gonna pay anyway. People still gonna engage anyway. And if anyone is hating, that means you're doing something right. First of all, it's what their job is to do, and it gives you energy. Um, it gives you motivation to keep going. That's how I knew that I made it. And the haters when you're doing something right, I heard. I'm a human. I'm not gonna act like it still doesn't make me. But moving out of love recently made me just want to say I love you to them. They need it. If they're hating, if you found my video and if you're hating on me, I know you need love, and I love you. And I'm sorry it made something is hurting you so deeply inside that you want others to feel like yourself. I've been there. I've been there, and I know the cure to that is love. I love Donnie Darko. I love movies. I could talk about movies forever, but we're coming up on 50 minutes, and this is like a therapy session. I could do this more often, actually. I don't know. I think I'm beautiful. I love to talk. I love to record myself. I love to get stuff off my chest. I haven't been in therapy for a while. It's been a few weeks. I haven't told her I quit my job yet. She doesn't know that. So it's been over a month because I saw her right before I quit my job. God told me to quit my job though and do this instead, and He'll meet me halfway. So I'm honestly gonna end it here because I know I could just keep going. I'm glad to find out that I could just keep going. Let me say this first though before I end it. I saw something on TikTok. No, I didn't see. My sister told me that there's somebody who would go on TikTok every day, set up the camera for 60 seconds to just talk. Which in my artist way, she has something called morning pages, or she prescribes something called morning pages that you're supposed to do every single day. He's not even laying on the blanket part. He's laying on my blanket part like a jerk. Come here. Come here. Come on. Come here. Come here. Come here. Here. You want that? Come here. I don't have nothing for him. Get off my blankie. That's your blankie. Okay. Anyway, what was I saying? So just get on there and talk for 60 seconds a day. And then the morning pages are you write 3 pages every day. Don't care how good it is. I've seen people do stuff like that. You know, with YouTube, post every single day. Who cares if it's bad? Who cares? Who cares? Just post every day so you learn and get consistent. And the 60-second video thing that I tried at first made me realize that I have a lot to say. 60 seconds actually isn't enough. I don't think I need that. I think I need to do this with my podcast and just post whenever I feel like it. I don't know how often I'll do this. It feels good to do this, especially if I have something on my chest to talk about. If anything in this video resonated with you, or if you want me to talk about anything yet, comment, like this video, comment any more suggestions, especially if you made it to the end of this. I freaking love you. You're invited to my wedding and my birthday party and my Galentine's party. And you know what? Let's just have Thanksgiving together, especially if you made it to the end of this video. Your family. What you bringing? Oh, stop. Oh, it's literally focusing on my baby dog. It's focusing on my baby because it knows. I love having an animal here for support, though. So I will end it here. Like I said, probably 20 minutes ago. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel. My socials are all in my bio or my description. I'll see you guys in the next podcast. This was awesome. Mwah.